Wow. Wow. This boy is finishing the school. It is just last year. November is here. November is here. Everybody have gone back home. Everybody have gone back home, and so I've handed over the leadership, and Stephen Baraka is now my leader. I loved Stephen Baraka. Also, Victor Isonga and their
the coordinating team.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they coordinated the team. I loved it. The way they used to support each other. It's just that maybe at times maybe there was a lot of work, but God was there.
So only now the Form 4s, the candidates are now in the school?
Now the candidates are in the school. Now the next day, our principal came now in the class, and he told us you really now have to prepare and take a photo, this passport photo,
size photos, requirement for the
NEC, exactly, for the Ministry of Education. And he was now taking the photos. And people are preparing their tie, and people are like they really want to look nice on that photo. But really want to look nice in the photo. But there's some people who now were like misbehaving, making noise, and it's like jumping on the decks, and they make just noises. It was my turn now to be able to
take the photo.
They've taken photo, and then I had a sweater and I put it on, but there was a place on my tie. It's like my collar. I never.
It was not fixed.
It was not fixed. So principal came closer, very close, very near, and he held my tie
and fixed the tie.
And he fixed it.
Very well.
He fixed my collar. And he came near. When the people never noticed what was happening. He came very close to my ear.
As he was preparing your tie and fixing your tie.
Yeah, I know you can remember that day when you're preparing the tie and fixing it. Now he have really fixed it, and then he told me.
To your ear.
To my ear.
It's a whisper.
Joel, it's like, Joel, you will be a great man.
Oh my goodness.
You will be a great man.
This is a father.
This is a father. And
more than a teacher.
Yeah, and I told him, Amen. Amen, sir. And it's like, yeah, it is done. It is done.
Nobody noticed what?
Nobody noticed
the last blessings.
Yeah, those are blessings that I received from him. And he told me, you'll be great. Be a great man in this world. You'll be a great man. And we took a photo, and everybody I've been taking a photo. And then the next day, it was now a time whereby we were supposed. It's like we were doing just a little bit of rehearsal, preparing some of the things.
Final touches.
And when we were done, and also some revision that we were being done, teachers were doing final preparation, and then the time came now for the examination. It was like examination day. The day came.
The day is here.
But I remember God talked to me before now not doing an exam. Before doing exam, he talked to me and he told me, Joel, I will be with you. Do not be afraid.
Do not be afraid.
And I think God reminded me of the word that my mom wrote to me in the success card. This Joshua chapter 1 verse 9. And God was still echoing the same words. Yes. Do not be afraid. I am with you. And I will be with you. I will be with you in the examination room. But do for me one thing. And this is something that protected me all through the examination.
Okay.
All through the examination, God protected me using that. It's like he told me, do not break my trust.
Do not break my trust.
Yeah, do not break my trust. Do not break my trust. Do not break that word really protected me all through the way. Even though there were some of the events unveiling and coming in, some of the unfaithful events coming in, and that hour and that moment, that word will echo in my ears.
Do not break
my trust. And the moment I will find myself engaging in such an unfaithful event, the Lord will come in my ear and remind me, do not break my trust. And at that moment, God will bring in a pleasant feeling within my heart. And at that moment, I remember we will remain three of us three of us who we were like a team. That was Abraham Ngunje and Glory Ocheng. And it's like
among the candidates.
Yes, among the candidates. And we were there, and it's like I came and it's like Abraham Gunje was a close friend of mine. So I came to him and it's like I confessed some of the maybe some of the acts that I engaged in that were unfaithful at that moment when the exam was continuing moving on. And it's like, hey, I told him that I've wronged, and like I also, the moment you confess, there's so much that is being shaken. So there's so much healing. So I confessed what I did, and it's like we prayed together, asking God for forgiveness. That God, hey, I have break your trust. You told me not to break your trust, but I've broke it because of some of the things that I did. So from that moment, it's like I was now keen not to be able to do what is against God. I acted as if I'm part of which is happening, but I was not, because of how the word came and segregated and set me apart. And it's like protecting me from whatever was taking place.
Yes.
I never knew why, but God had told me, I will be with you.
I will be with you.
So it's like the things concerning my grades really never mattered a lot because of that voice that gave me assurance. And we did an examination. And God was really happy. We did it and we finished the examination. Finishing the examination is like, everybody is like now, it's like now everybody's happy that hey, we are almost doing an exam. It's like we are almost done, and it's like some of them.
What are you getting? You are getting some moments in between the exams to pray together.
Yeah, we used to pray together, and then there's a time also we had to eat together. So Mr. Eric Barber was really given that burden. And it's like God put him in that place in such a time as that moment. To support us, even supporting the team. There's a time that we used to, it's just some part of the grace that was embedded in my life. And I was seeing it also from my father. And it's like it was just inside me. I loved food when we share food together in the team. And so Mr. Eric Baraba used to really help us, support us in that sector. Whereby he used just to help us with a little bit of food, and we just share together.
And by the way, food is one of the tools that God uses to build people.
Oh yes. This was like a family.
Yeah, it really builds a lot in the relationship.
Family, yeah. And you're
so he was supporting you with some food.
Supporting us with some food, and it's like nobody in the school ever knew. And it's like it was just only us. And he really loved
But that does not mean that you're not being fed in the school.
Yeah, does not mean that.
It was just some special
meal that he used to cook, and just help us out. Just to help and support the team. And now, again, we came in. One of the teacher bought for us chapati. And then the other side, Mr. Eric cooked for us a special stew. And tea, and we had to have it together with these two guys.
Oh my God, that was nice.
Talking together, and it was beautiful, beautiful. And God really was there with us. When things were now like things are like bad at the same moment, like God was protecting us. There was a lot of pressure, stress, and some of the things that can also lead you astray at the same time. But God really protected us.
Amen.
And we were together. When you are together, you are strong. This is like of the people like Meshach, Abednego, being together.
So you moved together to the
end.
And you finally did the exam.
So this is a time now we are now coming out of the school. Before coming out of the school, I just love the way God was expressing his nature upon my life. It's like he brought himself in the level of a father. And everybody will just treat us like, you go to this teacher, it's like you feel yourself, you're at home. So Mr. Eric Baraba, the cook now, called us. I want you to see the action that he did. He called us. This is a time that we are going and we are moving. He called us and he told us, you cannot go out without my blessings.
Wow.
You cannot go out without my blessings. I'm telling you the truth. He called us and he said, you cannot go without my blessings. And he embraced us together with Abraham
As a father.
As a father, he embraced us and he spoke out words of blessing upon us.
May God bless him.
May God be with these children when they are outside there. May the Spirit of God guide them. What a word.
God. And he was a cook.
It was a cook, but
a cook with a passion. A cook with a difference. Put there by God for such a time as that. Just like Esther.
Yeah, at such a time as that. And there was also one of the cook who also loved us, and he said, "You cannot also go without you eating my mandazi. You just take this mandazi and eat." And it's like, and just enjoy yourself. It was so sweet. I just loved it, and it was a time now we were moving out. I could see.
And that was a God-ordained high school for you.
Yeah.
Mission of Hope.
Missions of Hope.
Anybody who have listened to that story will be able to know. It was not just a secondary school. It was a God-ordained phrase, sphere for you.
Yeah, that is where God wanted me to operate. And I love the way Mr. Eric just released us. It was touching.
How did you feel? I remember you told us of what you felt when you first entered the compound. What did you feel now you are at the gate?
Yeah, this is the same school.
You're exiting.
It reminded me of the vision that I was shown. The first moment, like God showing me the school which is not finished yet. But remember, when I was in school, it's like the building that which I found not finished. God like brought in a lot of finances, and it's like the school was being built, and it's like we happen also to get chance to study in those classes.
So by the time you are leaving, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful.
Now you left.
I left, and I'm now back home just to be with my parents now. I thank God for everything that He did at that moment. It was like the final moments of my life. Yeah, thank you so much for watching.
You're no longer a student.
I'm no longer a student.
You are finished.
Out.
Oh my goodness.
Out. And I think also the family again. The family. You don't know how many times I cried in the school, in the vision that God showed you. Mr. Wallace Kamau and Mrs. Wallace Kamau, you don't know how many times I cried. Emotion. It's like, I'm an emotional guy. Many times that I cried in that school. It's like, hey, I never deserved this. I'm not paying the school fee.
Oh my God, somebody did.
Somebody did. I'm right in the center of the vision that God showed you. Thank you so much for following the heart of God. Thank you so much. May God touch your life and continue lifting you high.
Oh God.
You don't know. You just don't know how many times. I don't know when you'll be listening this. Even you people, you'll find a chance to cry before God and say thank you. It's amazing. Many times I cried and I said, oh my goodness, what a vision. How many, how many times it's like when I was in primary, many times I was being chased because of some school fees. But here I was never chased. What a vision.
God. What a family.
What a family. If people can hear God and God gives them a vision and they cling into that.
Save many people.
Saves many people. Thank you so much. May God bless you. May God be with you. May the grace of God touch your family. May the grace of God touch your children. May the grace of God move and lead you into paths that it's in the center of the heart of God. May the Lord be with you. May the Lord be with you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord increase, that the days of your lives here on earth. May the Lord be with you. I remember there's a time Isaiah was sent to one of the king to go and tell him he was about to go. But he cried. He went to God and cried. He went to God and cried, oh God, remember the things that I did. Remember. And you know what happened? Isaiah came back again. God have increased. Added 15
good years.
Imagine
15 good years.
And I pray that God may increase your days here on earth. And the people may come to know the greatness that lies within God. That the powerful God we have through your lives. And that is the prayer. That is the prayer. Amen. Amen.